Welcome to the Evening Review. My name is Sukhane Klache, and joining me in studio is former enemies turned friends in the battlefield, Mr. Shipulwa and Mr. Walaula,
Yeah.
who were both involved with People's Liberation Army of Namibia and then the Southwest Africa Territorial Forces and Koevoet. Welcome to the Evening Review, gentlemen.
So,
Thank you.
Whose interest are you representing, and how is it now that two former enemies seemingly have joined forces to fight for common interest? I guess I'll start with you, Mr. Shipulwa.
All right. I'm here representing some ex-plaid combatants. Why I'm saying so? There are some plain combatants who don't want to unite with our brothers and sisters. So we already given open door from the UN Charter and our Namibian Constitution. They are policy of national reconciliation. That's why we think we have to come together as one brother and sisters.
From your side, sir?
Yeah, I just only want to elaborate regarding to the constitution, especially for the United Nations. During our independence, we were given sort of a guideline which is guiding us up to now, which is an article from the United Nations. Once you read even through the, let me say the Article 25 to 26, it is stipulated clearly. Again, to Article Constitution of Namibia, Article 10, it has stipulated the same story, meaning that now for me to understand other people saying that they will not join, they will not even be part and parcel of SWAT and Koevoet member, I think that's not really fair. Because during the independence, normally I was a soldier, where we had to work with other soldiers, especially a plant fighter. At the DRC we go, we are together. But now when it's come, it's sort of, we are still with the enemy. How is it come? It doesn't sound well, seriously. So now our intention to come here is only to explain to the nation and to our colleague that we have to do something, because the way other people are treated by this to our leaders is not really fair. Something must be done. You know, there are some people like, especially like SWAT and Koevoet, they are not recognized as a war veteran in this country. While other plant fighters, they have been recognized as a war veteran, some of them, but not all. For instance, them, I don't know whether they are recognized or not, but if they are recognized, up to now they didn't get even their portion, you know. So now it's sort of a contradiction, like side to the plant fighter. Other they recognize it, they have been given their breath, while other is not. It's where they take their decision to come to for us to unite so that we can fight one thing. And this fight is not sort of a physical fight, just only theoretical in a right manner, you know, so that we can talk to our leader to, if it's possible for them to understand what really do we need from them. Apart from that, a couple years ago, we had received money from South Africa, which was almost 36 million, whereby we had shared with plant fighter. I say it again, we had shared with a plant fighter. Now, judge yourself. If you say that you don't want to affiliate one another whatsoever, while if there is a bread on the table, we used to share, is it really logic? It's a question on that one. It's not really fair. Something must be done. We are not here to fight them, only to update ourselves with it. Nowadays, you know, people are talking. And people, many of them, especially even the civilians, they have realized something wrong with these people, you know. So we need to address this issue so that we can, you know, to be part and parcel with a sort of a family, you know, to share the bread as usual we did before. Yeah, I think. Is there any question?
Mr. Shipulwa, now so there have been calls coming out that you involving former plan combatants in joining forces with Koevoet and SWAT-TF, you are trying to destabilize plan, and you know, this is the plan would never have even thought of partnering with SWAT-TF and Koevoet. What do you make of these views when things like are being said that when things of destabilization and so forth are being brought about?
All right. Let me tell my colleague, those said plan never coalition with Koevoet and SWAT-TF. On my side, they are totally wrong. Because the constitution is already there. There is a policy of national reconciliation. On another hand, it is showing that these people never rehabilitated. And I don't know when they decide so, and if we want to see the truth, let them come together, calling them medias, and ban our constitution, so that we can see they are serious.
You've joined forces now, some plan competence, SWAT-TF and Koevoet. What is it that you are looking for from government? What is it that government has not addressed, and what do you think should be done from the side of government to address your plight? I'll start with you, sir.
Right now, in a few days ago, we said we make a peaceful marching to our founding father and the former President Pohamba. And what we want Nuyoma to explain is about the triple R when we come from exile. What happened? The UN, what is the report? We want the report from UN. And some month ago, they just away not to go to the UN office. Now we decide it's better to go to our father so that he can explain to us. And many ministers and many leaders, even those in the church, no one come to us all 32 years ago. Why they can't come to us and explain to us what happened with triple R? So we see there are some leaders who did something or give a wrong report to the UN. That's why we want that report. So our people to come together. Yeah.
Your demands as former Koevoet and SWAT-TF members in this whole in this whole thing.
Yeah, normally, you know, this is an old story, and each and everyone know about it, especially regarding to this 36 million.
Yes.
Yeah, but apart from that, we are not only demand that money, but we want to be socialized with our families, you know, to be in harmony like the gentlemen come to us with other group leaders also. The way we are talking through that, no, they do have any idea so that we can join one another. It was very, very good. So for SWATF and Koevoet, we are not only demanding that money, but we want also to be also accorded as a war veteran in this country. As we had started at the beginning, we say that 36 million. It's fine. To me, it was good. Why I'm saying that is because, meaning that during that period, the government was not even having enough money, or they was trying to build themselves in order to come to settle everything on the position, right?
Yes.
So whereby they have seen this money is better to share to all people, both sides. It's good. But now, where they started doing things ups and down is where now they started discriminating other people from others. That's not the way to solve a problem, but it's to create a problem. You divide. For example, let me just give you an example. You are having a kid at your house. Every day you just bring a 2 sweet for your 1 kid. Do you think I will feel I will be good? You just bring every day for example, for Shipulwa. Although maybe I were committing anything wrongs, you must also forgive me, like a Bible said. This is not the way to solve a problem. Once you do to your kid in that way, other kids still crying on you. Until when now? That's why now our intention is to come up even to go and visit our leaders. Or I don't know now, because several times we used to write a document to their minister or to their officers, but they failed to respond. Most of them, they failed to respond. So now, to me, I think something must be done so that we get this problem to be solved. Yeah. Neither if they do have any option to bring that money back to the owner, especially at 36 million, then it will be fine. That money was given from South Africa government. Then they give it to us. But I'm 100% support that the way it was divided among us, it was good. Because maybe those people, they were not having enough money also to cater for their people, you know.
Yes.
It's where now they balance. Somewhere they're down, then they start again to discriminating. Yeah. Marginalizing, even, especially even to our family, to our kids. We are in, it's difficult to explain even sometimes.
No, we'll continue shortly. But before we return, we'll go for a short break. Do stay tuned.
Bookings for Namibia Tourism Expo 2022 are open. The expo will take place from 3 to 5 November 2022 in Windhoek. To secure your booking, visit nte.nmh.com.na. And for more information on the expo, follow all Namibia Media Holdings platforms. The expo is supported by the Ministry of Environment, Tourism and Forestry, Namibia Tourism Board, FENATA, City of Windhoek, and Namibia Media Holdings. Namibia Tourism Expo, taking tourism to the regions.
Welcome back to the Evening Review. We've seen incidences where war veterans, former plan fighters, have become war veterans, and there has been some recognition in cash, and then obviously also in status. While that has happened for the planned combatants, how have how has this affected former SWATF and Koevoet members who are not recognized, who may probably not have secured employment at independence and so forth? Just how has this really affected the Koevoet and SWATF members' state of mind and well-being?
No, I'm so glad to regarding to your question. Yeah? It's so good. It's a very, very important, significant question. You know what? We do have a law in this country, right? Where the all judges in. SWATF and Koevoet member, they have been charged without any judgment. That the way they're doing it before, during the liberation of the struggle of this country, especially most of our leaders, they used to say that, no, we will pay the price. You see? Meaning that we will be not recognized in this country as a war veteran state. That's a priority number one. Again, regarding to money issue, is when now the things are getting complicated. It's difficult even for me to explain. And each and everyone know about that. The money was given from South Africa, especially which was belonged to us only for SWATF and Koevoet member. But most of us, we had appreciated regarding to the distribute the way we share to our brother and sister. We will not complain. We thought maybe in future, the moment government they set up themselves in order to cater for us all, it will be happen maybe in future. Apparently, when they start catering for plant fighter, only for plant fighter only. We thought maybe after them, once the government done with them, automatically we might be start. Up to now, and their leaders, some of our leaders, they still saying, you will pay the price the way you kill your brother and sister. Okay, it's fine. Both of us were having a weapon. We were killing each other, it's true. That is a time of war. Now we're getting independent in this country. And they will still controlled by, guided by the international articles and the constitution also. Where also our constitution of Namibia involved with it. It has explained everything. Apart from that, let me just take any example from neighboring country. What had happened in Angola? It's the same. But people now, they reconcile each other. They are joining with brother and sister. They were also killing one another. Just a couple years ago, what had happened in South Africa? It's the same story. Kenya. But why not here in Namibia? Why we are treated like this? Marginalizes other tribes with their family. Is it really fair? So that's why we want to approaching our leader in the right manner so that we can talk in order to solve this problem, if it's possible. We will not forcing them. We will not insulting them. We still respecting them. But we have to go and knock their doors regarding to our problem. The thing which is make me so very, very sometimes difficult things is that, you know, if someone asking something from you, meaning that person is painful, try to respond according to his, or try to call him to hear from him what he's trying to say or what is his problem. Let me just give you an example for these people are camping here in a youth complex,
yes.
Those Sahimbas. I'm the leader of those peoples now. They choose me to take to lead them regarding to these issues. And those people, most of they are all peoples. And I don't know whether it's a government or maybe it's a other company. I cannot go deep in detail. They come up with some people, they were given a goat there so that they can leave that place. While other people, they say, no, we want our money, you see? And those people, they are old enough. They are not even able to do A, B, C, D, my dear, they are old, they are our fathers. So now, I just only want to appeal to the government that they must do something to those people so that they can leave the place. give them what they're asking for, if it's possible, if there's something in a coffin or a government coffin. So how long those people are going, it will be a good image if they happen to die there. Every year, maybe $2 to $3 until they will finish. It will be not a good image for our country. So that's why we appeal to the government, something must be done. So that in the right manner, we will not force the government. Even we will soldier whatsoever. We know all the rules and the regulation on this country. So that's why we are there also to advise each other. We are not having a sort of intention to go and vandalize the government property or to insult our leader. Not at all. We don't have it. But we need to talk with them. It's what we need so that our problem to be adhered to them, you know. That's the other thing.
Mr. Shipulwa, I'll put this question to you, and you can chip in. There's the notion was that before independence, when you joined the liberation struggle, you were doing it to liberate Namibia. But now it seems as if former soldiers come back and make demands from government for them to be taken care of. So what was the intention? Was it to gain benefit one day, or was it to free the country? Can answer, sir.
About the plan?
Yes.
We were voluntarily give our life so that we can get independent. But according to the United Nations, when the 435 implemented here in Namibia, we know what the UN did in some refugees in the world. But that thing never happened in Namibia. We were just given one mattress, one pot, 10 rand of South Africa, and going home. And let me give you an example. Even the followers of Mr. Muyongo, Mishake Muyongo, here at Dukwe, when they come back, they were given a package by the UN. But why not to us as refugees repatriated in 1989? Okay, come again to the Ministry of Veteran. Some plain combatants, thousands of them, never qualify. Why? And those who give, decide to who and who qualify, some of them are civilians. They were not part of liberation struggle or so ever. They are there. We don't know who put them there. And even when they get a certain amount per month, there are some people who getting 20,000, some of them 6,000, 2,000, some of them 700, and some of them never, and those are many. We don't know. And now you set this side national reconciliation, and Mr. Pohamba, former president, when he put that ministry, why he decide, or who decide, our brother and sister who was in Koevoet and who was in Swatiev not to be qualified in that ministry? That ministry is corrupt. When you see that ministry, we can't say that this is Ministry of Namibia, War Veteran, but we can see, or we can say, it's Ministry of SWAPO, because he just accommodating plain fighters.
I think lastly from your side, sir, what are some of the interventions that you are looking at if government is not going to listen to you, if they're not going to have audience with you, particularly as Koevoet and SWATF members, what is there that you're looking at doing to get a fair deal at the end of the day?
Yeah, no. As I had stated earlier, that we are not forcing or to harassing the leaders. That's why we just ask them if it's possible whether they can cater us with like they do to others, you know. If they reject it, so there are many ways also to get amicable solution, meaning that the United Nations still there with their rules and regulation also. So meaning that then we have to, there are also a lawyer. We can also take up a lawyer to guide us and until we see to it where we can end up with this problem of us. You know, only that we don't want to do things without consulting our leaders. You know, it will be not a good image. For example, things coming from outside, blame on our leader that in Namibia there are things happening like this. Is it true or not? You know, we don't want that. But first of all, we have to face our leaders. We must come to the table so that we can solve this problem. Amicable solution must be found. Why not? Instead only to just dumping other people, your tribes. Yes, of course, I do understand that we did in past. It's not really fair. But if we go to the Bible, it stated the same story also. You cannot only be revenged by someone almost 100 years forward. That's why I had give you any example from this neighboring country. What they did, it was the same like in Namibia. And secondly, imagine a plane fighter also, they were also abroad, but they were also treated the way we had been treated. We are treated in this country. It's not really fair. You know, coming to the other people, plane fighter, those who were catered to the government. And then they started coming up saying that, no, we will never ever liberate with those people. To me, it sounds that, and it's also, we are so very, very scared to stay with certain people, although we were together, we were working together with them. Because we were thought that we are trusting on them, you know, because we are from one tribe or one family or one country, so on. Most of us, we were not having a problem with them. But now the way they come up that they will never ever forgive us, or they will never ever associate with us. It's sort of a doubt, you know. You cannot now, neither, for example, you are a plane fighter, always now, unless maybe like a ferry, but those who are united. But we still, all of us, to be as a one person. Why not?
Thank you for your contribution, sir. Thank you for your contribution, gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the Evening Review. Good night.
Good night.